Good morning, everyone. My name is Yvette Banfield. I am the Chief Economic Development Officer here at CNHED, which is also the Coalition for Nonprofit Housing and Economic Development. We're delighted that you're joining us this morning for our information session for Elevate 4. This is an opportunity for you to learn more about the program, to meet the partners involved or helping to promote this program, and that you will be engaged in if you are selected to participate in Elevate for Cohort 4. To get us started, I'm going to pass it over to my colleague, Dr. Ayman Tarabishi, who's at George Washington University. He is our primary main partner with this project, and he will introduce himself. And then we will get started talking a little bit about the program. And then we'll leave time for you to put your questions in the chat or to unmute yourself. Ayman?
Great. Yes. Good morning, everybody. And I want to wish you all a happy holidays here from George Washington University School of Business, and also to Yvette, my colleague here. A warm welcome to all of those that are interested in the Elevate program. And we are thrilled that we're bringing this program again now in its 4th iteration. So this is our 4th time going to be doing this Elevate program, and we're very excited. This is very dear to our heart. And also it has a huge impact, we believe, on businesses in the district, minority-owned businesses in the district. So we have some new innovations in the program, which we'll discuss here. But let's get started with just a warm welcome, and I hope you all have a great day.
So, now you are interested in Elevate. And what is Elevate? Elevate is stands for the Executive Leadership Education Venture Advancing Talented Entrepreneurs. It is the only university, it's the only minority executive education program in DC that is backed by or in collaboration with a university partner. This is a 3-month program. It was designed specifically by GW School of Business and the Center for Entrepreneurial Excellence. It is also taught by GW's School of Business professors. We feel this is the best-in-class training program for minority-owned businesses. It was designed intentionally to help businesses not so much acquire skills on how to operate the day-to-day, the nuts and bolts in terms of how to operate an organization or a business, but more so on the management and leadership and how to make sure that your business is operating at its best or at its peak, and that you're striving for greatness. And we want to make sure that everything is aligned and that you're able to perform at your best. Also, the curriculum is tailored to enhance and cultivate new skills, but it's also an opportunity for the businesses that are participating in the program to connect with each other and learn from each other. With that said, what you will get out of the program is one, developing an entrepreneurial mindset to help create a digital corporate strategy. You will learn to comprehend complex roles related to entrepreneurship, leadership, and management. And then also you will be involved in developing new opportunities or seeing new opportunities for introducing innovation in wide-ranging organizational settings. We can attest that many of the graduates of this program have actually taken the elements that they've learned through this program and applied it to their business. We could speak to specific examples after we kind of run through or share information about this particular program. The last thing that you will experience through this program is you will develop strategies for contracting and procurement. You will also be connected to our DC Community Anchor Partnership, which is an initiative that is managed by CNHED and it provides contracting and procurement opportunities, or connects minority-owned businesses in the district with contracting and procurement opportunities with our over 13, I believe it might be at 15 now, anchor institutions and utility companies. This summer, we actually celebrated reaching 250 billion in procurement with minority-owned businesses since the inception of this program. So you will be connected to that program through your partnership with us in participating in Elevate. And then some of the other benefits. Do you want to talk about the benefits, Ayman?
Yep, absolutely. Why don't I jump in here? So a little bit about the program here as you get to learn about the benefits and the features and everything here. But it really, Yvette mentioned it, it really starts with individuals that are running companies, minority-owned businesses there. And we come with the program with the concept that you are extremely busy. And if you're not extremely busy, you are extremely, extremely busy. So we'll add that modification. And you want to get the best knowledge that has impact on your company from three perspectives. One is strategically. Where am I going with the company? What's my long-term goals with the company? And what are my midterm goals for the company? So strategy is a lot of times left late at night when you're dealing with all the fires in the morning and the issues, that you sit there and you kind of start to reflect, where am I going with this company? So this program first deals with strategy, to give you time to focus on strategy. Number two, part of the features of this program here is your management style. And there's a difference between leadership and management. And this program here makes that distillation very clear, that you are managing the company, but at the same time, you are leading the company. And we cover both aspects of it here. And management covers many different things, from HR, from operations, from partnerships, from strategic decision making, and the logic of it. And the third feature of this is a holistic view. Is, are you having fun? Are you engaging in the company? Is this something that you are looking forward to every day when you wake up, or is this kind of dragging you down, that you feel overwhelmed, that you feel kind of under the weather, it's too much to handle? And we talk about this because, it's kind of a healthy mind and a healthy body goes in hand. And we say, a healthy CEO and a healthy company go hand in hand. So these are some of the features of it at a very broad, high level perspective here. We use theory, of course. We are an academic institution here, so we come with it from theory and knowledge, but it has a strong, strong emphasis on practice. So it's not just ideas up in the sky. This is kind of a 1-2. Well, how do you do this now? How do we apply this? So this is a little bit about the features of the program here, and a very condensed. It's a 2 months or 7-week program here, and it's and if you once you start looking at the schedule here, you see how we designed it here. Time is precious. Time is a resource, and we understand this, and that's why we do this program in that specific way. Yvette, back to you.
So the other thing that I think you can guarantee through the participation in this program is a new feature, which is our baseline assessment tool. We created this tool for Cohort 3, and it was very successful, and we will be using this in cohort with the participants in Cohort 4. The baseline assessment allows the businesses to really do a deep dive and deep examination of the infrastructure operations of their business and their finances, in terms of what structures they put in place. And it enables you to kind of look very high level at how the overall health and well-being of your business. And then you will also have an opportunity to talk with a coach to review the results of the assessment. We introduced this to really give businesses an opportunity to take what they're learning through this program and incorporate that through something that they can carry with them as they continue to work on their business. And we will also, in this specific cohort, because it's focused specifically on women minority-owned business owners, we will host a series of sessions where you will have an opportunity outside of the classroom or outside of the sessions that you will have on Saturdays. You will have the opportunity to engage with the other graduates, female business owners that participate and graduated through Elevate. And so we've talked about a little bit about the benefits. I think next is really to understand when we'll start, or excuse me, the eligibility requirements. So for the Elevate program, you must be a registered business and located in the District of Columbia. We get a lot of questions of whether if your business is in Maryland, can you apply? If you are registered in the District of Columbia and you have an office located here, you are eligible. You must be a minority-owned business or MBE, and you must be a female-owned business. We are looking for minority business owners that are at least 51%, have 51% minority ownership. For the program, previous participants in the program, they've had 100% minority ownership. And so, but for this program, you have to at least, as a baseline, have a minimum of 51%. And then the selection criteria, you must meet at least 2 of the criteria that I'm going to mention. You must have at least 5 years in business. We are expecting applicants to have a minimum of 5 full-time or part-time employees and an annual revenue of at least 300,000. And while we're not, also what I'll say is that we're not strict. We look at these as the criteria. However, we also look at your application and we weight that. And so if we see a strong candidate that might not meet all of the criteria, but it's very close and very strong, we will take in some consideration based on the strength of your application and the strength of your interview. We recognize that for some businesses that they may not have 5 full-time employees, they may have 4. And so we try to kind of be somewhat flexible, but we do want to make sure that we are attracting the businesses that would be get all the benefits out of this program and that are ideal for what they will be learning through this experience. And then also to be able to relate and connect with other business owners that are also like-minded and participating in the program. You want to say anything else, Ayman, about the interview process?
No, actually, you said it well on. We are, as I mentioned, 2 innovations here. One is the baseline assessment tool, and this is really important. We've designed this. We've been talking about it now for a couple of years here, and we just started off last year. It's your dashboard. If you imagine you're driving a car, and you want to know what's going on with your vehicle in terms of is the engine heating up? Are you low on gas? Is there something wrong with the oil? Is there something? So this baseline assessment tool is very helpful to give you a visual representation of what things are working, what things need your attention. And that's very important today because sometimes you get a lot of conversation, a lot of information, but visually you don't know where you stand. And so that one is a really important indication for us, or an innovation that really help a lot of companies, at least to know where you are, you know. And the other innovation that the event mentioned clearly here is the focus on minority-owned women businesses. And the criteria is very clear here. So there is no grayness to it here. It's very clear of what we're looking for here. And I have to say this, and I asked for this a couple of years ago, just to let you know, I focus on women minority-owned businesses here. So it's about time. And with the 4th iteration, we're excited about it. So if you are women minority-owned businesses, you submit today. There's no question today, you know. So I'll go back to you, Yvette.
And so really to kind of wanted to highlight some of the Elevate graduates from this past cohort that have participated in the program. We have had over about 8, I believe the number is 8, women, female-owned, minority-owned businesses to participate in the program. And so we are delighted. Vanessa Cacho with MTech Services, Tisha JD Clark with JD Clark Professional Services, Mercedes Ebanks, who is the founder and owner of Mecca Group. And then we also have Dakota Mitchell, who is the CEO, president and CEO of Dakota and consulting firm. And then lastly, Sharon Wise of WiseWorks. These women are dynamic and they have contributed to the program, and you will have an opportunity to engage with them as well if you are selected to participate in the program. And just a little more detail, the classes will take place on Saturdays from 10 to 1. All the classes will be virtual. I think that that's important. We wanted to be flexible for the businesses and make sure that they could be focused specifically on the program and not trying to manage the business. And then also I'm trying to prepare for the sessions that we will have on Saturdays. The program will run from February through May, starting February 17th. The last class will be May, I believe it's 18th, and then there will be also a graduation during the week. And lastly, we are also expecting that we will also have a launch event as well. And that is, you'll be well aware of that if you're selected to participate in the program. And so with that said, we will also be having interviews on a rolling basis. So if you submit your application and we review it, you meet the eligibility requirements, we will reach out to you and begin to schedule your interview over the course of the rest of December and definitely in the beginning of the year. So that's pretty much, it wraps up our presentation. We wanted to open it up in case anyone has any questions about the program or any questions for us. I see there's some questions in the chat, and this recording will also be made available online if you have any particular questions.
Yep. So just a couple of things. First is the schedule of classes. So we're doing them online on Saturday. So that's very important because we think that period of time, and we've tested that period of time now for the last 3 cohorts, is we capture everyone. I'm not saying, oh, we capture mostly everyone or a majority. No, everyone. We usually have a 95 to 100% attendance for these Saturday sessions here. So that's a good time period because that period is a slow period for a lot of people in the morning when things are just started. After a long week, you want to just have your time to kind of let your mind clear and kind of absorb the information and knowledge we're sharing. So that's mandatory, but that's online. And then, as Yvette mentioned, we're going to have some in-person sessions. They're great opportunities to network, and they're in person, and we'll share those way ahead of time so you can add it to your schedule to make sure you can attend. And then we are going to have, of course, a nice little opening, a virtual opening, we say, because we want to get going right away with the program. But then at the end, we'll have a nice closure to the program at GW, at the School of Business at GW once the program is finished. So it's a combination of hybrid, in-person, online, and then in-person at the end. So that works well. The material is not overwhelming. A lot of it is thinking. A lot of it is cognition. It's reflecting. It's discussing. So we're not going to give you hundreds and hundreds of pages here. We're going to pick and choose what we want you to read, and we'll explain why you want to read this. And it's something that once you pick up, you don't want to put down because it grabs you. And that's kind of the criteria that we use for sharing knowledge with people here. Is they're busy, there's so much stuff, but if they have 20 minutes of their time, half an hour of their time, they'll engage in this and their mind will start to wander about how to answer the questions, how to have a discussion. So we'll stop here and see if you have any questions.
So there's a question, someone wants to know, are nonprofits eligible? No, this is for minority-owned businesses. So nonprofit organizations are unfortunately not eligible. I do know if you are interested in a program similar to this, or something that focuses specifically on nonprofits, I would suggest that you reach out to the Center for Nonprofit Advancement. They actually are recruiting people for their executive education program that's tailored for nonprofits. And then I believe Georgetown University also has a program as well, but there are costs to those programs. Any other questions?
Okay, good. So I guess if we don't have any questions here, do you have the link, Yvette, you can put on the chat section?
Sure. So if you scan or you take a picture of the QR code, that will lead you directly to our landing page where you can start your application.
Okay, but some people are so old tech that this looks so weird for them.
And if you go to our website, cnhed,
Yeah.
.org, we have prominently, you will see the information on how to apply.
Good. Okay.
And so that's cnhed.org.
Okay, great. That's good. That's what I want. All right. Well, we look forward to it. We'll of course share the information, and please don't hesitate to contact us. I look forward to having you all on the Elevate Cohort 4.
Thank you. Take care.